You have traffic at 3 o'clock 8 miles out.
There are nights when you can find Colonel Gene Hartman piloting a low-flying Cessna in Washington, D.C.'s restricted airspace, tempting the bristling machinery of the capital's Homeland Security defenses.
It's a mission that we do for the Air Force, the Homeland Security, and we're a target to help them train and keep the people prepared for whatever they have to do when someone intrudes their area.
It's one of many missions he does as a volunteer with America's Air Force Auxiliary, the Civil Air Patrol.
Throughout the country, we do a lot of different things for a lot of different organizations. Search and rescue, Homeland Security missions, disaster preparedness. We were down in Katrina for 30 to some days, myself. We did a lot of different things down there.
These are relatively quiet duties compared to his career in the Air Force that started as a fighter pilot in Vietnam and saw him grow into a commander, instructor, and finally a planner with the Pentagon. But for Gene, it has always been about the joy of flying and a drive to do things right.
Yes, it is exciting. When you first start flying and you get into, you have these people that go out and buzz their home or fly over, and that never excited me. But flying the way you're supposed to fly did excite me. I guess I was a big one on following the rules.
The North Dakota farm life of his youth lies at his core: private, practical, methodical. An engineering degree, ROTC, the Air Force. His brother was a fighter pilot, and he wanted the same. He wanted more flight time, so he started teaching.
Generally speaking, the instructors got more flying time. So if you're always hanging around the scheduling shop and trying to get into a flight, if you're an instructor, you had a better of a chance to get more flying time.
A great life for a pilot, not so easy for a family, which is what brought him to the Civil Air Patrol.
We had moved around in the Air Force 20 times in the first 19 years of service or something like that. It was ridiculous. They never had a chance to get started in scouts or other kinds of youth activities. And so here I was assigned to a 4-year term, and it was a long term. My son was a freshman in high school, and I'm sure he didn't want to be a Cub Scout or whatever they start out at. So I asked him if he'd be interested in to go looking at the Civil Air Patrol. And he said, well, what is it? And I said, well, I don't know, let's go find out. So we went to a few meetings, and we both ended up joining the Civil Air Patrol.
After 4 years, his son left for college, but Gene's interest was piqued. And when he retired from the Air Force, the work, the flight time, and a chance to teach and mentor young people in the cadet program kept him engaged.
I can't remember a time he hasn't been interested in flight. I think that the older people, in the same way that a parent and a grandparent both want what's best for a child, but the grandparents can step back a little bit and laugh with the kid about things that go wrong, and there's a lot of good humor involved, and they're just relaxed with the cadets.
Mentoring comes in many different forms, and so it's not necessarily that you're assigned to an individual to mentor them through the program of Civil Air Patrol. It's the fact that everything you do in your life, somewhere along the line, you're being a mentor to someone that's observing you. See that thing right there? That little knob? Yeah.
For the young people like Michael Gribbett, the Civil Air Patrol Cadet Program offers a chance to learn about aerospace science, develop leadership skills, and explore his passion, flight.
That's good.
I've always liked flying. I was just born liking it. I like, as I said, being high up there.
Once we get to
I like being inside an aircraft. I just think it's very exciting, and the takeoff, you can really feel how fast you're going. I really love the view of when you're up in the airplane. You can just see all things from a different perspective.
Just last week, or 2 weeks ago, I went to a little elementary school where 10, 12, 13-year-old youngsters, and I spoke to 150 young kids, not about Silver Air Patrol, but about life, about being in something, about being a pilot possibly, or something else in there that excites them. And just if you can spur someone on to reach out and do better in their life, then you probably succeeded in what you were trying to do. I don't know that I have such a passion about instructing or doing something. It's just something that I enjoy to do. I know I can do it right, and I always will do it right. So I hope that sets examples for others to follow.